Hi guys, it's Brian from the gas station again. Happy 4th of July. So I'm recording this on July 4th, 2013. I'm sort of on a short vacation, so I figured I'd show you one of the cameras I would bring on vacation with me, so I don't carry too much stuff, but I ended up doing that, of course, and I'm carrying the whole rig and tripod and everything that I'm recording this on right now. But when I'm going out and just trying to have fun and stuff like that, I want to bring a lighter camera, a smaller camera. And what I ended up bringing this year is the Nikon 35 Ti. It's a premium compact camera from Nikon. Meant to compete, with the Leica Minilux and the Contax G series and all those guys. And it really is just a wonderful little camera. It's really well made. Exquisitely put together, just a very, very, very nice camera, definitely of premium quality, as we would say. So I'll give you a little walk around through the camera and let you know what I think about it. So anyway, okay, Nikon 35 Ti, the shell is made really of titanium, has a 35mm f2.8 Nikon lens. This is an extraordinary lens. Nikon's coatings and all that stuff, it really is sharp, great color, everything like that. This is really a fun camera to bring along, and you're going to be guaranteed a good lens quality with this camera. So it's a fixed lens, no zoom or anything like that. So it does somewhat limit you if you're on vacation, but if you're an enthusiast photographer and you want to go out and still go on vacation and get high resolution and all that stuff, this is a great camera to bring with you. Again, titanium construction, all that stuff. The lens retracts behind that little flappy door right there. Yep, it's just a sliding door, and it flaps close and lets the lens out when you turn it on. There is a couple modes with it. It's a standard program mode and an aperture priority. The program mode is a flexible program mode. Let's see if we can get it. There's no film in it, so it thinks it might have film. But yeah, you can put it in when you put it in the program mode here. It is flexible, so you can adjust your f-stops to a certain extent. And then there is aperture priority, and it will go into aperture priority mode, and you just set the aperture here. One of the remarkable parts of this camera is this little display here, which is an analog display with needles and arrows, and it has a little bit of definitely a retro look to it, sort of a steampunky kind of look to it, sort of like modern technology wrapped with older technology added in there. Hey guys, I realize I did neglect to show you any detailed pictures of the camera. From the distance you really couldn't see anything, so I just wanted to go over a couple more details here. So this is the front of the camera here, and again, turning it on here, the lens pops out, and it is a fairly small camera. It's not super tiny, but it's small enough, and I wouldn't put it into a pocket just because it's a nice camera and I wouldn't want to get it scratched up. So but yeah, I mean, the camera, it's very good looking, and really is again a premium camera. I just wanted to show you again the dials here. This is the let's see how close we can get. Okay, yeah, so the dials are here. You have your autofocus button up here, you have your illumination button here, exposure compensation button there, your rotating switch here for on and off. This is your thumb wheel. On the right hand side here you have your f-stops. This button in the middle, it's sort of, well, this dial in the middle right here on top is also a film counter and your timer, and it'll show you your mode for film rewinding and stuff like that. It does a lot of different things. On the left hand side here is your focus, focal distance here on this side, and then here is your exposure compensation right in the middle. So I'm hoping you guys can see that here, and we get a nice close-up view of that. So this here again is a light gathering thing for your viewfinder, and you do have a multifunction LCD display here, which is necessary for changing your settings and stuff like that. Again, there's your red eye reduction, and the film door, film rewind, tripod mount, which is somewhat off center in relation to the lens. And this is your film opening tab here. This lifts, and then you give it a little twisty that way, and it opens right up into the camera. Okay, so, and then you turn it on and give that a, it's going to try and wind your film on here. And then again on the front, you have your flash mode and your flash off. This is, I believe, to force flash, and that's to cancel flash. I set it to not use flash at all. So, but wow, what a great little camera, and hope you get a little bit better. Whoop, there's a bug. Hope you got a little bit better idea of how this camera works. So, again, you have the off switch, program mode, aperture priority mode, and then this is actually a timer mode, not shutter priority. So there's program and aperture, which is pretty much all you really would need. There is the AF button here where you can turn off your autofocus. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So you can set it to infinity, or you can pre-focus and set it to, you know, whatever preset distance you want, or you can just put it back to your autofocus mode. There's an illumination button which does light up this dial, and this is your exposure compensation, which will move this little dial in the middle there. I don't know if you guys can see this or it's too far, but there's an exposure compensation readout. There's a giant green bug on my video camera right now. Yeah, it might come into view. Anyway, it does have a flash, and it does have a flash cancel button. So you hit the flash button and you can change your flash modes, and then this will actually cancel your flash if it's on. There is a whole ton of stuff you can do to program this camera, all kinds of features and all sorts of stuff. You can disable the flash, and you can just lead her out and all sorts of other stuff, but you got to have the manual to do it. None of it is very intuitive, so you have to sit down with a manual and change all that stuff. But overall, for a point and shoot camera, which is, you know, what I was looking for in this camera, this really is a great little setup, and it's reasonably fast, and it you know, it's got Nikon's metering system in it, which is just, it really is phenomenal. On the back here you have the panorama mode, which is, you know, for a while there it was fairly impressive, and people, you know, everybody wanted to do the panorama, but you can just crop it. But yeah, so it's got a panorama switch, and it does have frame lines for that. But you can also disable those frame lines in the menu system, do all that. This control wheel here kind of does pretty much, you know, everything, makes any changes and selections that you have. If I'm in program mode, and, you know, this is where I would change my my flexible program, or if I go into aperture priority, I change that there. If I go to exposure compensation, let's say I'm back in program mode, and I want to add, you know, or subtract, you know, up to 2 stops, you would use that wheel again. So that's kind of like your do everything wheel. In the camera, it has a little switch here. You just flip this open and turn, and then open up the camera. Everything is metal, titanium, really nicely laid out in here. Film feeds from right to left, instant loading type thing. You just put the film tip in there, close up the camera, and it's going to load it right up. Let's see what else. It's just it is very nicely built. Yeah, it's got a red eye reduction switch over here, which a whole separate switch for that, I'm not sure, but I believe it takes CR2s. Let's see, I don't have any coins with me. I'm at the beach. So let's see here. Yeah, it's a CR123 battery here. This cap is very easily lost. It's not attached to the camera, so you got to be really careful to not lose that puppy. I'm going to try and not lose it right now. So let's see if we can get her back on here. There we go. So that locks in. That was, I think, sort of an oversight as to how how easily lost that would be. So yeah, one kind of dumb thing. So anyway, but keep track of that battery door. Also, when you see them, a lot of these cameras are missing this diopter here. It's nigh impossible in getting a replacement for that. So if you are buying one of these cameras, make sure it has that diopter rubber thing right there. Apparently it just pops off. Mine even seems a little bit wonky, so I'm going to try to not lose that. But a lot of menus in this thing, a lot of customization, really easy camera to carry around. It's not as small as a Stylus Epic or anything like that, but you know, really, and it's a little bit bigger, but I prefer the pictures from this over the Epic. The Epic is close. I actually brought my Stylus Epic with me on vacation also. The Stylus Epic is something I'd probably be more willing to bring to the beach. This because that's, you know, waterproof and water resistant. I don't know if it is still today because it's so old, but at least it claims to be water resistant and all that stuff. And that's kind of just something I'll throw in my pocket and go. This one is, you know, again, more of a premium compact, you know, maybe going out at night or something like that, or you know, sightseeing, something like that. I might be more apt to bring this with me, or if I'm here, you know, just kind of around the beach house and just taking pictures and stuff like that. So again, I really like this camera. The titanium, the finish, the fit, the feel, everything is great. The lens is a wonderful lens. Autofocus is quick, and it's been pretty much dead on. I haven't had any problems with it at all. Anyway, that's about it, guys. Just a really casual, kind of sitting on the lawn chair thing. You know, just eating chips and stuff. So I figured I'd do a review. 4th of July, why not? So anyway, I hope you guys have a great Independence Day, and I hope you guys are out shooting and getting a lot of camera time in. And so that's about it. I bought a whole bunch of new cameras actually yesterday, so I have some new reviews coming out, and actually a couple really interesting cameras. So so keep your eye out for that. Can't wait to get to those, and I hope, like I said, I hope you guys have a great holiday and stay safe. And again, please like, subscribe, all that stuff. You guys are awesome, making a great difference here, and I thank you all for your support. And again, that's it. Brian, Gas Station. You guys have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye.